For this particular example, let's note that the R value, the correlation coefficient between these two variables, is 0.96. Now let's look at another set of ordered pairs. Again, we have this band here that encases the entire scatter plot, and it looks pretty linear. But this time that band is a bit wider. And the width of that band being wider, again, is reflected in the R value. Note that the R value or correlation coefficient for this particular set of variables, x, y, is 0.87. A little bit less, a little bit farther away from +1, but still fairly close to +1. And then notice again we have this line that goes through these ordered pairs, and the dots don't seem to stray too far from that line. And then when we rotate that line down and plot the residuals, we see again that there really isn't any kind of a curve relationship that could be described in here. Again, it pretty much looks like that set of ordered pairs is kind of randomly scattered above and below this line y equals 0. Again, we seem to be able to encase this scatter plot in a band that seems to make pretty much of a straight line again, but this time it's getting wider, and that translates into an R value that is, again, getting smaller. This time it's 0.55. Again, we have this line that seems to go through the ordered pairs, and our residuals seem to be pretty much randomly distributed above and below a horizontal line. Now this time, we are able to draw a band again that seems to be pretty linear. It's pretty wide again, but this time it seems to be decreasing. And that is borne out by this line that we see, this fitted line that descends now. It's a decreasing line. So the slope would be negative. And that negative slope is also reflected in this correlation coefficient. R is minus 0.61 this time. And again, we have this random distribution of residuals above and below the line y equals 0. Okay, now this one, it's pretty hard to tell anything about this one. These dots are just everywhere. Notice that the R value for this one is minus 0.17. That's pretty close to 0. And notice that the best line that can fit through here doesn't have much slope at all. And the dots are just kind of scattered everywhere, so it just doesn't even seem like X would be a very good predictor for Y here. The predicted values and the observed values are just kind of everywhere. There's some that are really far away from the predicted value, and then some that are close, and it's just really hard to find any kind of a reliable correlation between X and Y. Remember that as R gets close to +1, you have a stronger positive relationship. As R gets close to -1, you have a stronger negative relationship. And as R gets close to 0, the relationship weakens.